guys, I am really excited for today's video because I don't actually know why. I just am. I'm really sorry I didn't upload last week. I just got a bit crazy, and then by the time I had time to film and edit and all of that, it was like Wednesday, and I figured there wasn't really any point to. So we're just gonna do this video and pretend like last week never happened. So today I'm going to be filming my April wrap-up and my May TBR, and I guess that's why I'm excited, because that was not English at all. Because May is just, I feel like May is gonna be a great month. Not just reading-wise, although reading-wise it is going to be an A1 reading month, but just kind of generally. May's really busy, and I feel like it's gonna be good for some reason. So if you watched my last yes, okay, Hakuna Matata. So if you watched my last wrap-up video, you know that I was talking about like a tentative TBR with a certain series, and it was just all kind of dependent on whether or not I had time to read the series. Turns out I make time when I want it, apparently, and I read The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I gave the first book a like 3.5 out of 5 stars. I don't know. I really liked the characters. The characters are just like, they're my children now. I've adopted them, I've decided. The storyline itself actually really intrigued me. I know that a lot of people said that it was slow at the beginning for them, but I just kind of got wrapped up in it right away, so I'm very happy that I started this. Next, I read The Ersatz Elevator by Lemony Snicket, and I gave that a 4 out of 5 stars. This one had like mystery to it, and I love the mystery books of this series, and there was kind of like suspense, and you weren't really sure what was going to happen, and there was a twist at the end, and it was just great. So, 4 out of 5 stars. After that, I read The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater, and I really loved this because it was focused around Ronan, and Ronan is just my emo son. He is just the most extra of like, he's a lot. He's a lot to deal with, and I love him for it. But he also has like a backstory that's different from backstories that I've read from before, and I don't know, I really liked it. I like the action in this book. I like the introduction of new characters, even though I'm not too happy about a certain character ending at the end of this book, but overall I really enjoyed it, and I believe I gave this one, I actually need to check, hold on, 4 out of 5 stars. Then after that, I read Blue Lily Lily Blue, I didn't even mess it up, I just decided to screw up myself just cuz. Next, I read Blue Lily Lily Blue, also by Maggie Stiefvater, and oh boy, this was the most emotional book for me out of all of them so far, but I really enjoyed the focus on 300 Foxway and the 300 Foxway women and just kind of delving deeper into that family character dynamic. I also gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars, and these characters are just growing on me, and Gansey is my actual son. I love him. He's just the softest. And then next I read The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater, and this, man, I remember this book coming out on BookTube last year, I believe, and like just seeing everybody reading it and everybody talking about it, and it was just a big deal, and it was like the Raven Boys series is coming to an end, and I hadn't read it, so it wasn't really a big deal to me, but I remember seeing kind of like this explosion of the Raven King on BookTube when it came out last year, and now, since I've read it myself, I can see where all of the terror came from. The book itself was good. My biggest love for this series is the characters, and although I feel like the characters were done wrong a certain few instances, the story overall just felt unfinished. I mean, I guess I was satisfied, but I don't know. I felt like an unfinished copy. One of my friends said that it felt like an unedited draft or an incomplete draft, and I don't really know how else better to describe it. I still really enjoyed it. The characters are everything to me, and they mean a lot to me, but the storyline felt kind of jumpy. I still gave it a 5 out of 5 stars because of the characters, but I think I would probably lower that to a 4 now that I'm thinking about it. Blue Lily Lily Blue would probably have 5 stars. Okay, now that that's all settled, switching reviews in the middle of a video. Next, I read The Vile Village by Lemony Snicket, and I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars. Once again, mystery. I don't have too much to say individually on these books. Maybe I'll make like a series overview review at the end of reading all of them, but overall, I don't have a lot to say about it. It was good. Got 4 out of 5 stars rather than 3, which some of its predecessors have, so that's cool. And then after that, I read The Hostile Hospital by Lemony Snicket, and at this point I was like, I don't have time to read any more books. I need to start rereading, but I just kept reading more because I wanted to turn them back into the library. So I just like read these books day by day. That's not important at all. So The Hostile Hospital, I think I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars too. Dang. None of them have gotten 5 out of 5 stars yet. I don't think that they will, but I don't know. I've been really enjoying them anyways. And so this one I liked because, I don't know, there was more suspense to it, and there was a bit more of a mature vibe. Good vibes, man. I liked that this one kind of took like a more mature twist on the writing style and the storyline itself. And next, I read The Carnivorous Carnival by Lemony Snicket, and this one was kind of just there, you know? I was stressing about how much I was trying to force into a couple of reading days, so I sped through this one. I probably missed some details, if I'm being completely honest. The ending was suspenseful. That was cool. A lot of the endings have kind of been like, oh, okay, yeah, that's the ending of the 7 books before, but this one had a different ending, so I am excited to see where the next book is going to go with that. And lastly, I reread A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas, and you're never going to be like emotionally prepared for these books. You always think that you will be, or at least I think that I will be, and then I'm never actually prepared. This book, I mean, I'm going to do some reviews on these, not like book talks, not crazy long 20-minute videos or anything, but I've just decided that I would like to document my thoughts on these books, and so I'm not going to talk too much about them, but this one got a 4 out of 5 stars, this got 5 out of 5 stars. Neither one of those ratings have changed since I read them like 2 and 1 year ago. This is the exciting part. I have a relatively ambitious May TBR. Considering how busy May is, I literally do not have a free weekend in May, so I may have to like pre-film some videos. I don't know, I'm getting off topic. But the point is, I have a lot of books that I would like to read in May, and not too much time to do it. But I'm going to read them anyways, because I'm that stubborn. So obviously, the first book that I am going to be reading in May is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas, and I am just beyond pumped. I'm not ready. I'm just gonna go ahead and admit it to myself. I am not ready for this book at all. There's already spoilers everywhere, and I'm freaking out, because if I see one spoiler, I'll probably start bawling my eyes out and throw my computer at the wall. And I really would like to not do that. So I'm just like avoiding spoilers like the plague, and you know, it's working so far. I got 2 more days to do it, and hopefully we all play out. So I'm going to read A Court of Wings and Ruins as soon as it comes out, and then read it again, and then probably read it again. So those are the first 3 books that I'm going to be reading in May, and then after that I'm going to be reading The Dark Prophecy, which also comes out May 2nd, but I mean, A Court of Wings and Ruin is just like overpowering everything at the moment, and so Dark Prophecy is the second one from the Trials of Apollo series by Rick Riordan, and so I'm going to be reading that next because it was really fun reading the first one, and it was just like kind of back into that Percy Jackson world and the writing style, because that one's definitely more middle grade. Random tangent on the side. Magnus Chase I feel like is a bit more YA with the writing style and the topics that it covers, but The Hidden Oracle and like Trials of Apollo little trilogy is definitely more of the Percy Jackson middle grade type of feel to it, and so I don't know, I'm excited to get back into that world, into that writing style. So, The Dark Prophecy. After that, I would like to read Everything Everything by, I don't know who this is by, because the movie is coming out on May 19th, and I've been wanting to read it for a while. I've just been in a very big fantasy mood. That didn't make any sense. And I haven't been wanting to read too many contemporaries. I've been wanting to read this, just not more than I've been wanting to read some fantasies or complete the series of Unfortunate Events, because that is like in my mindset right now. That is a goal that I would like to complete. So I am going to be reading this hopefully soon, hopefully before the movie comes out. Also because Amandla Stenberg is going to be playing the female main character, and she's also going to play Ruby in the Darkest Minds movies, which I may do a review on once that movie comes out. That's like months and months away, but I may do like a comparison. That's far in the future. I'm going to forget that I even said this. And then the main male character is Nick Robinson, who is one of my favorite actors. He was in like Jurassic World and The Fifth Wave. They're 2 great actors, and I dropped Voltron. Just 2 of my favorite actors, and I'm excited to see them both in this movie. But I did hear Jesse the Reader actually pretty saved me with this one, because he said don't watch the trailer because it spoils everything, and then I saw it on YouTube and I was like, skip? Thanks for that. And then next I'm going to be reading The Slippery Slope by Lemony Snicket, continuing the series of Unfortunate Events series. You know, not much to say on that. And then after that I would like to read The Grim Grotto by Lemony Snicket, continuing a series. Not much to say on that. And then lastly, I'm not going to say what book it is, but I ordered Fairy Loot for this month, and I'm really excited. That's another reason May is going to be great. I'm getting the Fairy Loot, so that's exciting. And I think I know what book is going to be in this box, and so I would like to read that one. And then after that, Lord of Shadows is coming out May 23rd, and oh boy, speaking of, man, I'm forgetting things. I'm forgetting things like crazy. Let me just add another book to my TBR. I'm going to be rereading Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare in anticipation for Lord of Shadows, and oh boy, this is a monster of a book, but I'm really excited. So, let's just tack that on to my limited amount of time to do everything that I want to do. I hope you enjoyed the video for today. I would love to hear what books you guys got to read in April and which ones you're excited to read in May. There's a lot of releases coming out in May, I feel like, so if you are excited for any of those releases, please talk to me about them. That's the correct grammar. Okay, I'm going to end this video now because I'm messing up my words. So I hope you enjoyed the video for today. I hope you have a wonderful day or night or whatever time it is, wherever you are, and thank you for watching.